We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas
And
and a Happy New Year.
Oh, sorry. Hello, DrayBearrels. I had some background music, and that's why I was jigging along Christmas songs, and so was the governor, right?
Ho, 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 indeed. I saved a little splendid one for the... Oh, there's me get back up in there.
Whoa, all those mince pies, eh?
What an added treat, eh? Might remove the hood. Anyway, happy Christmas to you, Ref.
Happy Christmas to you, Gav, and the festive greetings. And I love your Christmas tree. I don't have one. I have a Christmas potted plant, Rudolph.
Well, this is my son's Christmas tree. I'm in his bedroom because, as DrayBearrels will know, you're about to move properties.
Yeah.
And we're having an extension, and there was a hold up with the extension. So now, Christmas week, they're knocking the shit out the walls downstairs. So the computer is in his bedroom, and downstairs is a building site, quite literally.
Wait, are they going to finish? But are they going to have any time off for Christmas? These builders?
No, they're gonna do the next 3 days, and they're gonna have the wall down. They're gonna have the RSJs in, and they're going to make it safe so we can use it. And then after Christmas, they're going to plaster up everything and get it finished. So at least hopefully it'll be done. There was a hold up with the doors, but I won't bore you with that.
No, it's okay. I know it's kind of chaos here. I haven't got much in the way of Christmas because we are moving this week. So the next time you see me, DrayBearrels, I'll be in a completely different home. So, apart from the Advents, I've got a couple more Advents to go here. So, and the same for you, obviously.
Yes. I just recorded, fresh off of a recording tonight. And I know we're doing it a bit differently today because it's Christmas and everything, keep it a bit lighthearted. But as I said in that review that I've just done, I'm doing a Firebrand beer from Firebrand Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Down in Launceston, which has featured in the Advent now. Just done a Christmas beer for them tonight, and this is a limited batch brew, Silent Night. So fair play to them. 2 Christmas beers from them this year, and I'm looking forward to this. So I'm going to get a pour on with that.
Yeah, and is that the beer you're reviewing today?
Brew. Yeah, I've got 2 beers. This is one of them.
Okay, perfect. You can
get a crack on, get a pour on, get a drink on, because I ain't got much time, you see. Only a couple more days before the big old ho, you see.
Yeah, you got to get up there, haven't you? That's the thing. And there's me thinking he was Welsh, but there we go. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice. That's an ale. Nice pour, actually.
Oh, it's light. Hang on, I can't really see in this light. Not much light here in the grotto this time of year.
Oh, okay.
Get yourself a pour on, and I'll find out about it because it's
okay.
Small print.
Yeah, I'll probably go straight in with my heavy hitter, and then I got something to sup on afterwards. But my one is a special. I picked this up. Special. It's in a box.
Oh.
So I haven't opened it.
Oh.
What about that, eh?
That looks like you sat by a fire. Oh, and look at that thing in the background, like the Mind Flayer.
Is that what it is? It's called Whiskey Chocolate S'mores, about the beer. Oh yeah, and there's all a load of gumph on the back. But that's interesting. It's whiskey barrel aged Imperial S'mores Stout, 11.6%. This box contains. But I don't know what the monster's for.
He looks a bit. Oh, find out.
Oh,
get it out. Let's have a look at it. What a treat that is.
I know. So I thought I pushed. Look, we've had loads of, and this is kind of festive in a way because it's s'mores and stuff. But look, 1 can. Oh, look at the can there. It's again.
I love it. That's like that is like oh man, what's it called? the Dark Tower series, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Like the gunslinger.
Right. Yeah, the guns.
Looks a bit like that same sort of style of
yeah.
artwork. Cool, that is.
So there's 2 cans in there. So I've got the tub thumper out.
Oh,
So
yeah, you got the tub thumper. I got the post banger. Lovely. Eh? My Christmas post banger though started losing the little message on the outside.
Oh, do you put it in the dishwasher?
In the dishwasher.
Oh,
absolute tool.
I don't, and I lost a lot on my glasses, so I actually stopped doing that with the ones I'm really attached to, you know, and I just hand wash them. Oh wow,
Oh, good tip. Thanks, Ref.
sorry, I try. But I've done.
Oh, you're going straight in with the double can. Lovely.
Well, I just keep topping it, and I can smell. I'll tell you this now, DrayBearrels. I can smell the s'mores already, and I haven't even put my nose to it. Oh, it smells like marshmallow.
Oh, I know you like s'mores.
Ooh.
Oh, President Obama.
Oh, does he?
He went on an expedition running wild with old Bear Grylls, and they walked about 300 yards and stood at the bottom of a waterfall and cooked s'mores on a fire.
I think I saw a bit of that. I didn't watch it, like a clip of it. Maybe I need to have a look at that one. Was he president when he did that?
Or did he? No, I don't think so. After? No, I don't think he. I don't know actually.
No.
No, who cares, man? Who cares?
Who cares? But my brewery is Martin House Brewing. So we've talked about them before. And I'll talk a little.
We're reviewing a couple of fan favourites, really, of ours, aren't we?
Definitely.
Martin House Brewing. Hopefully, they're going to do that Piccadilly beer. They did enjoy that request I sent through. Maybe a Sprout beer next year. Who knows?
Well, I commented because you had that on your advent this week. You had that lovely jumper, and I got a compliment you on your jumpers this year, Governor. You just like have a different one every day.
Yes.
I'm just mind blowing with that. But I love the Sprout.
This is my second one of the evening. I had another one on earlier, which you're yet to see till tomorrow's advent. What a treat!
And I've only got like 5.
The thing is, though, I have got my wife's jumpers and my oldest son's jumpers. So a couple of them, like that Sprout one, was pretty tight. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it, eh?
It is.
This one is mine. Yeah. It's like a druid Santa Claus, man.
I was going to say Dr. Dre Claus or something, you know?
Oh, yeah. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah.
You know that Father Christmas originates from Turkey?
I did read that somewhere. Many moons ago, but I thought it was.
I wonder why. I wonder if that's why we enjoy a turkey for Christmas.
Do you know what? That's a good point. I wonder if how strange. I never really thought about that before, but I wasn't sure. I do remember that now, but if in the back of my mind, in the back of most people's mind, you always think it's probably like Scandinavian countries, like Lapland and.
But I always thought it was something like. I actually thought it was something to do with Germany originally. It was that, but Turkey, baffling. But there we are.
It is. It's a strange old one. And I was watching a documentary on BBC4 last night. It's not really a documentary. It just follows the reindeer herd moving through Lapland and Norway. It's brilliant.
There's two. The one now, the other one, which me and my wife have followed for about the last 4 years. It's the same one.
Yeah.
But it's lovely just to have on. You want to chill out.
Exactly.
And the reindeer one's similar to that, but this one follows the proper people at the very, very top of Norway. I don't think they're the Sami tribe.
Not the Sami. They were the reindeer.
No, they are reindeer people. And it just follows this lady in traditional dress, just delivering the post.
Oh wow! I haven't seen that.
And there's no word spoken, and you see them, and then little information pops up, and it's so relaxing. But this year I can't find it. I'm well pissed off. It might be on the YouTube, so I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, have a look on the YouTubes, but it goes on for like an hour or so, doesn't it? And it's great background relaxing, you know, you can sit down, have a chat and have that playing on the TV. I love it. I love it. Hey,
I know.
May I indulge you in a Christmas carol if you've got time, Governor, and the DrayBearrels have time.
I love Christmas.
Okay, well, this is something, it's a traditional Christmas carol book here, and I found one that kind of pertains to the DrayMen's knowledge a little bit. I was surprised to find this. And the actual carol is called Deck the Halls, and it is actually a traditional Welsh carol. I don't know if you knew this, Governor.
Well, I know Deck the Halls, but...
Oh, well, maybe you haven't heard the proper lyrics, but I'll read if you don't mind.
Oh, please.
Okay. Why not? So it goes. Deck the halls with kegs of stout, fa la 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 la. See the fine DrayBearrels turn out, fa la 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 la. Fast away the glasses are emptied, fa la 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 la. But the draymen have more aplenty, fa la 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 la. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Okay. Well, and then you look at it, and it shows them all around the table having a drink.
Oh yeah, very traditional.
And being, that they must have been the true.
I mean, I've said it before, and your wife over there can vouch for this, but you have got the worst singing voice of any Welshman I've ever met. And that includes the Frank and Darbensteinster, who was monotone.
Oh my God! I thought, no, come on! It has something. My good wife, will obviously agree with you, but no, surely. What about I did Tom Jones, and I did it 3 years in a row at the Good Wife's Christmas party, and I swear people were saying you've got better. You get better every year.
No, they said it sounds like Tom Jones was being fucked in prison.
Well, I that's disappointing. I thought, oh, okay. Well, I'm not music.
Anyway, let's not bring you down. I apologize for that. He's singing, not my words, obviously. I love your hat. I must comment on that.
Yeah, thank you, Governor. And did you read?
Does it actually work as a bottle opener?
It does, and I don't have a bottle to open, but look, if you can see.
It has, yeah. Oh, brilliant.
But if you can see, it's kind of started to turn a little cream color here and there, kind of Bad Santa style. And I've spilt beers and stuff on this. I've had it a few years now. So, but
I don't know about you, but like that Bad Santa.
Yeah,
I don't like things which might come as a shock to our DrayBearrel listeners. I don't like things that not frown or that make fun of Christmas. I don't like it.
So
I like having a laugh at Christmas, like Elf and Home Alone and all stuff like that. But when they like Bad Santa, and there's another one Night Before when they all get, actually that's quite funny, but a few other ones, or they make like a horror at Christmas.
Oh, I know. There is one called Krampus, which is a horror movie, isn't it, about Christmas?
Well, that is based on some sort of legend, but there's other ones like I think it's called Silent Night, which is a horror.
Yeah,
I hate shit like that. Fuck it, save it for some other time. I like Christmas for what it stands for.
I do. I don't. I don't watch I saw Bad Santa once, and I haven't watched it again. And I try and avoid those movies, but we like the more feel good Christmas movies.
Yeah, feel good. That's what Christmas is about. Exactly. And remember, everybody, as I was down in Cornwall in a village I'd not been to before, and I had a little bit. Well, it wasn't a village, town by the sea called Hale. And I had a little walk along there, and I was looking at the decorations in the people's windows and stuff that they had adorning their houses, gable ends and bushes and fences. Lovely it was looking. Then I saw a sign in the window that said, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's nice. Well, people do forget, don't they? That's the trouble. And we got to remember that as well. It is the reason at the end of the day.
Yes, you at Prince, yes.
I mean, I know Santa's taken over the limelight a little, I think, in some senses, but, you know.
Look at my hair in this. Look, David would love this filter. Look how it looks black.
It does. Do you want to see mine? No, I ain't got any. It looks black. Whereas you are getting darker. I swear you're getting darker with age.
I think it's just the light.
Oh, okay. I'm getting white.
I've got a couple of silvery bits here, one or two. But hey, talking of the Dav, talking of old Morgan, what's the gossip? Happy birthday to him this week.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dav. We didn't talk to you. He's an old friend of ours, DrayBearrels, and we've talked a bit about him before, as you well know, and he doesn't really drink, does he, Gav?
He would feature on this show, but he doesn't drink beer because basically he's epileptic, but yeah, he's the most pissed up sober person you've ever met.
He's like always, isn't it? And oh man, but where he would have a pint with us, wouldn't he? And that would just be too much for him sometimes. And I swear he had a pint of lock stock with us a couple of times down the inn on the pier and such, you know, but that was it. He would kind of
I do remember him drinking like a bottle of Bud, and he'd stick to maybe one, because anything more than that would mess him up. But you know, otherwise, anyway, happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday. My brother's Christmas birthday as well, my youngest, and his is coming up on the 29th. So happy birthday to him in advance. But hey, I think
named after the famous carpenter himself.
Oh yes, of course. So it all relates to Christmas, eh? So I was just this is lovely, I gotta say. And I should probably give you a bit of gumph on it, really, if you don't mind, before you talk about your.
No, please do.
A bit more. So there's a bit of gumph on here. It's an imperial version of our s'more stout. So they do have this as a standard s'more stout, which wouldn't be as strong. And I seem to be just drinking imperial stouts all the time.
You're hardcore. Do you know, I've managed to get one. I've got one.
You have?
I've got an imperial, but I'm not doing it for Advent. I'm gonna keep it back for another time. I found an imperial which is 10%, and then I found a proper 10% lager as well.
I wonder if we should do our top 5 beers at the end of the year or something, a DrayMen's review of the year or something like that, because New Year's is coming up.
Can you do me a favor? Yeah. Get that? You see that? Like that. Tuck it behind your head as if it's a ponytail.
Oh, my thing.
Like that. Yeah. Hold it there, and then just that's it, like that. Now just look up like you did, slightly up. Oh no! Turn your head slightly. No, the other way. Stop. Bit more. There. Oh my God! Where's my phone? Stay there. This is honestly. Wait a minute. I'm going to take a photo of you and I'll send it to you.
Sorry, DrayBearrels. He's indulging in something funny right now.
Yeah, I am. He's a young Simon Oliver. Okay, I'll send it to you now. You have a good old giggle.
Okay.
So what's the plans then? Let's get back to.
Well, we're just mulling it over, and we're always happy for comments, DrayBearrels. If you have anything that you want to add or comment, but we're thinking of doing a New Year's review. Maybe we'll have some DrayMen's resolutions for next year or something silly like that. So maybe, New Year's is coming up next week, and we'll probably do something. So maybe we can go on the lines of an end of the year review, if you will. Maybe we can pick our favorite beers of the year, perhaps, and do something like that, and obviously review beer as well. So what do you think, Gav? It's off the cuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we'll do that if we got some time. And look what it says on my hat. Can you see it?
Okay. It says Tipsy Elves.
Tipsy.
Oh, lovely, eh?
I don't know I don't know if that's the makers. It is. It's called www.tipsyelves.com. So there you go. If you want to purchase one, that's where you go. But
Okay, thanks.
so,
I sent you that picture. You have a look at that.
oh, let me have a look quickly. Indulge us, Stray Barrels, but oh yeah, oh shit, yeah. I kind of look. I can see what you're saying. I kind of look like if my hair was slightly taller, if the white bit was slightly taller, I kind of look like an old boss that me and Martin used to have, and his name was Simon Oliver, and he looked like a sheep. He had a lovely sheepy, flossy hair, didn't he? He was beautiful. And
Lovely hair, but really shit personality.
yeah, he was angry. He was a very angry person. We all
Elf.
get angry, but
He's an angry elf. He's a naughty elf. Right.
anyway.
What's your plans for Christmas then? Are you going to be in the new gaff?
Yeah, so our plans really, I'm trying to get everything organized for Christmas Eve, perhaps. And Christmas Eve, we in my wife's family, they always do a kind of a traditional big kind of Christmas Eve meal. And we got like a smorgasbord of treats and delights and
Oh, I love that. Smorgasbord.
cheeses and salamis and such. And we're going to
And that's when, after you've eaten that and you're feeling a little bit plump, that's when your father-in-law turns to you and says, there's going to be a hobbling.
Well, it's funny you say that because they bought a fire pit and they're talking about having, it's just a little mobile one. And he was kind of saying maybe we can put that out on Christmas Eve and all sit around and just tell some little ghost stories and stuff like that, you know, because obviously, you know, is a big tradition of Christmas is the Christmas ghost story. And I always enjoy those on TV as well at Christmas, but yeah, we might do that. And then Christmas Day itself, I normally do my traditional Lloyd Christmas breakfast, which is ham and pickles and stuff like that. And then just see what happens. But it'll be fun, you know, we're in a new house and we'll just enjoy and have a bit of turkey dinner and stuff like that. But what about you? What are you doing?
Well, hopefully the builders would have left it so we can actually use the space downstairs. And also, if the government doesn't fuck things up like it did last Christmas, my parents should be coming down to spend Christmas with us for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So the kids are looking forward to that. But last year, about this time, the government took that away, said they couldn't come. No one was allowed to move because of COVID. Well, it's all going fucking ape shit over here again with the old strictly Omicron. So at the moment, they said that won't happen, but they are dithering little fuckers at the minute, and they could change it. Doesn't apply to them, of course. But
no, they can have a party.
hopefully that's the plan. Mum and Dad are coming. They're staying for a few days.
Where will they stay?
They're staying in a hotel near us, and then
Okay, tidy.
Yeah, because of the building work, but also because we just haven't got the room. There's so many of us, so they can come in the day, and then they got their own space and chill out. And then our neighbour's popping around as well for Christmas dinner because she's on her own. So, and hopefully, of course, old Father Christmas will pay us a visit if the kids have been good.
Oh, I hope so. And hopefully you'll get some treats under the tree as well. And let me ask you something. And this is a traditional Christmas thing for being a Brit, but compared to here, what we used to do as kids, my stocking was always at the end of the bed, and it would be filled up by Santa, of course, Father Christmas. But over here, they don't do that. They hang the stockings by the fireside. Where do you fall in that? And I think I do recall, you know, seeing stuff as a kid of stockings by the fireside and stuff like that. But we always had our stockings at the end of the bed when we woke up Christmas morning.
Well, we have a stocking by the bed, and that tends to be filled up with
Cold.
little knacky things from Father Christmas, and then if there's anything bigger, he puts it by the tree.
Yeah, that's what we would do.
Yeah.
And my son, he actually said to me this year, because he knows it's a more of a British thing. He said to me, "Daddy, can I have my stocking at the end of the bed soon? I'd love to wake up in the morning and be in my bed and just kind of have the little treats before I get to the tree." And I said,
well, that's what I remember about Christmas then, if you want to talk about it like that, is that all kids wake up early on Christmas Eve. And I remember waking up early and you'd go through those few presents privately. You'd be on your own.
Yeah,
and
before.
you'd open them up, might get some chocolates, you might get like a little book or a puzzle or something, whatever it was.
Some coal and oranges.
So exciting, yeah, some oranges, bit of coal, whatever. And it was exciting. And then when the rest of the family woke up, you all ran in, oh, did he come to your room and all that? Yeah. And then you talk about that, and then you'd all go downstairs and see what had happened.
Yeah, definitely. And the magic, that's something, it was a special moment, it is that little private. And I always remember me and old Bumble, my brother, used to just I'd run into his bedroom, he'd be in mine, and then me and him would have that time together going through our little stockings and stuff.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
One year I had a James Bond digital watch.
What? It must have been Roger Moore era.
I was talking to my son about it the other day. I remember opening it, and that was on my own in my stocking.
Yeah.
And I pressed this button, and it made the James Bond theme tune, ding, 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 ding. But all tinny like it used to be on those digital watches in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck, this is awesome. This is incredible.
I wonder where that is now.
I know. That's what I said to him. I said, I wonder what happened to it. Because that's the type of thing, when you get it, you think, oh my God, I'm never going to ever part with this. And then it just, something happened.
I know, and we lose everything.
Probably.
And then there's the coach with everything, and he's kept all.
Probably. Has the coach got a younger brother?
No, he's an only child, like my wife. Yeah.
That's why he's got everything. We wonder where these things go. I have a younger brother. You have a younger brothers.
Yeah. We
all know where most of your stuff went.
I know, and my wife, she has a lot of her childhood toys.
We all know where most of your toys and Nintendos went. Yeah.
I know where that money went from those.
Exactly, you know where the money went, and that's you going. Oh, where's my favorite toy?
Where's my phone? Where's my first ever phone that I've ever had in university, Uncle? But it's it
bloody beat that Beadle Bard himself.
And that was sentimental. I was going to give that to my son. Cheers. I'm looking forward to seeing you in January.
I remember that you were the only person at university that had a mobile phone, and we used to use it, didn't we, for phone up for tickets for gigs and things. And then you just turn it off and put it in your drawer for a couple of weeks. And that was the good old days.
I know, and it's weird.
And then, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if we've mentioned it before, because we have referred to the chief a few times. But the chief opened a bank account with the incentive was you got a free mobile phone, and he had a mobile phone, and he was one with the ladies, and
definitely
this particular woman kept ringing him over and over again repeatedly, and we was out having a good old drink, and we all sat around a table. Do you remember this? We all sat around a table, and he had his mobile phone like this.
I do.
Chatting away like this, and she kept ringing and ringing. She said, fucking, she wouldn't stop, and he just got it, and he just dropped it in his pint.
And it wasn't one of those bloody Nokias, was it?
Oh no, it was Nokia's was after that. It's before Nokia.
Yeah.
He got it, and he just put it in his pint, and he went, I'm never having another one of them fucking things.
I could see it now. It's so fucking funny.
It was black with a little area. I remember it.
Jesus Christ. And that chief, he had a different bird every weekend, didn't he? Jeez. It was just one after the other. And yeah, I remember that well. But here we go. Good
Yeah, there could have
timing.
been a reason for that. There could have been a reason that he was a swordsman, or there could have been a reason that he was a twat, and they thought, I don't want to see him again.
Well,
I think he fell firmly in the middle of those two brackets.
it's probably a little bit of both. It's kind of it's like.
And by the time we knew him, it was definitely 70-30 in favour of twattiness.
Yeah, there was that line.
I will catch up with him at some point. I've decided. You know, I ain't seen him for maybe 14 years, so decided I'm going to try and find him.
Find him. And, you know, DrayBearrels, sometimes find these people you lose track of, and we talk about all these characters, and you always hear us talking about these individuals, you know, Frankie, Lance and Jays and old Bill Ships, and this was another one, you know, the Darch, but we're still friends with the Darch. But, yeah, the Darch. Bocock, Carvered, or such things. But, you know, I'm
3D, all them.
But it does, and I think this time of year especially, you start thinking about, you reminisce a lot, don't you? As the end of the year comes along and you start thinking about people who have gone, especially family and such, you know, people who have.
Well, I mean, for instance, it was David. David was 44 the other day. Now, I spoke to him on the internet mainly because of you, and I got back in contact with him through you. But no, we get on like a house on fire, us three.
Oh yeah, we do.
I've not actually seen that boy since he was 20. Hang on, how old is he now?
Oh, in person.
Since he was 23.
And
now he's 44.
So that's 20 years.
21 years.
And it goes to show, it's like if you got a good friendship, you could not see somebody for a long while, and then suddenly it's just like the old days again, and that shows a good friendship.
Yeah,
you know,
I've got a couple of old mates back in Essex, and we see each other every couple of years. I mean, it's been a bit longer because of COVID, but
yeah,
I felt for my old mate James the other day, the ducky himself. Me and my son, as you know, and it was featured on the Advent calendar. We went to see the mighty Ocean Colour Scene in Birmingham, and he had tickets with his wife for the London show, which was yesterday, and there's another one tonight, but he had them for last night. And it was for his birthday last year. It had been postponed at London Roundhouse, Camden Roundhouse, and he couldn't go because the friends he was going with had COVID, and then his mum and dad are on the vulnerable list, and because of this Omicron, he wants to see him this Christmas and he didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
And I was so gutted for him because he couldn't go. And then Paul Weller came out on stage with them last night, and they've recorded it, that gig from last night, they've recorded for a live album.
Oh, we got to get that. That is.
Oh, man. So he's gutted because he would have been there. Because he was with me in 97 when we saw Ocean Colour Scene play the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh,
what a gig that was.
Oh, wow.
Royal Albert Hall, 22 quid to get in. We saw Paul Weller supported them. He'd done a 3-song set support. Noel Gallagher come out with Paul Weller. Steve Craddock played the organ in the Royal Albert Hall.
The pipe organ?
Yes, the big organ.
Oh, shit.
Played it.
That's a famous pipe organ, that one.
And then fair play to old Steve. Me and my son waited after the gig. We got the set list. The techie gave us the set list for my son to keep.
Yeah.
And we waited out the back because we didn't have anything to go to the next day because we were staying there. We waited out the back, and I saw Steve's wife, and then Steve come out. That's the guitarist. And shouted over to him, and he said, "Thanks for coming to the gig, lads." He said, well, to me and my son. And he said, "I hope you enjoyed yourselves." And we said, yeah, because he lives in Devon. And for some reason I went, "See you in Devon." And he said, "Yeah." And I've met Steve a few times, but my son was so happy.
Oh,
we bossed it at that gig.
And can I ask you, is that the first time he's seen OCS live, or has he seen them before?
He was in my wife's belly in Hammersmith in London, December 2000 and 8.
Yeah.
In her belly then, and she was about 6 months pregnant or 5 months pregnant. Then when he was 2 months old, he saw him at the Isle of Wight festival. I held him up
Oh, brilliant.
while they were on stage. But then last week was great. We had to sit in the balcony because it said no under 14s were allowed in the pit, like downstairs. So sat in the balcony. It was good. We had great view. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And then after the first song, like the lead singer Simon pointed it in the crowd and he went, "How old are you, mate?" And this kid said he was 10. He was on his dad's shoulders. He was 10. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? I would have bought tickets for down there, but it said you weren't allowed. So I just thought, I'm going down there.
Yeah.
So, and by that time, that was great. In the venue was 2-pint pitchers. So instead of buying a pint, you had 2 pints every time. It was bloody expensive. It was about £9 a pint, but it was 2 pints and or 10 quid. And then we'd already been out. So I'd already had about 4 pints before we'd been in there. So then I'd had it's about 6 pints in. I was sat next to this girl. I don't know, she's in her 20s. And I stood up in the middle of a song and I was singing along to this song. And the security guard told me to sit down.
Oh.
And that was it. I made a decision there and then. I thought, fuck this, I'm going down the bottom. And I said to this girl, me and him are going down there. Right. And it was brilliant. Oh, you would have loved it. I was up to my old tricks. Like I was at 20, smuggling people in the back, smuggling people down. There was a security guard on the top of the stairs with a locked door. And I barged through and I just looked at him with my son and he didn't say anything. He just unlocked the door and let me through. And I went down the stairs and at the bottom there was a woman security guard who asked me where my tickets were for downstairs. And I just bamboozled her with this bullshit story about being sent upstairs to the toilets. Off the cuff with my son saying we were sent upstairs for him to go to the toilet. Now you're not letting us down. And I completely bamboozled her and she didn't know what to do. And I said, just tell me, do you want us to go back upstairs and find somewhere to sit? Or do you want us to go back downstairs? Yeah. And she went, well, did you come from downstairs? And I said, yeah. I said, what the fuck's going on? She went, well, just go downstairs. As soon as she said, just go downstairs, we'd already gone. We were gone. I grabbed my son's hand. Bosh, we was right in the middle. 3 from the front. Chalk it up. And they took a picture from behind the stage of the band all bowing, and there's me right in the middle like this.
Oh, that's bloody.
It's like when we went to see him at their 10th anniversary, 99.
Oh man, I need to get Brecken to go at some point because it's his kind of my son here. It is his favorite band, and that's what he kind of grew up on. But it's very hard, as you know. I'm in the States, so they don't really come over here.
When we went to see him, though, you, me, the Chief, and P. Lewis, the nonce.
Yes.
Remember in Cardiff? We went to see him in Cardiff, just us 4.
Oh, and the Terence Trent Ravensteinster.
No, not in Cardiff. That was Birmingham 10-year anniversary.
Oh, you're right, actually. He didn't come on that one, did he? It was just
only us 4.
You are right, yeah.
And the Chief, who we keep mentioning at the minute, he's 6'7.5".
Yeah.
And I was a lot skinnier back then. And I said to him, I want to go crowd surfing. He said, turn round. And he just picked me up and just threw me into the people. Crowd surfed all the way to the front of the Cardiff Arena. Oh, them were the days, eh?
Them were the days. But talking about that, because a couple of weeks ago, I went to see the Idols, but I got introduced to that band through my friend, and they were in town, and we went to see them. But he took his son, and his son is 8 years old, and he was the only kid
to an Idols gig.
I know, he was a bit nuts as well. And his wife, she's taller than him, but his wife, she had his little boy on the shoulders, and he was going crazy. He was having a great time. They were towards the back, but kind of shows.
We did. I mean, we've taken all our kids, as you know, to all the festivals.
Yeah.
My kids have been to Glastonbury. My kids have been to the Isle of Wight festival. Like Harrison's been like 7 times already, and he's only 12.
Yeah.
And we went when my other son was like 2.5, and he's on my shoulders in the middle of Liam Gallagher dressed as a dinosaur. Like, it's brilliant. You don't give a fuck. Like, don't, just do it. They love it.
Yeah. They do, and that's the same with them. The kiddo was just dressed up. I think he had it wasn't a dinosaur, but it was some kind of animal hoodie he had on, and just having a blast, So you got to take it. Kind of like that, yeah. How's your beer doing anyway, Governor? I'm getting low.
Yeah, beer's nice. I've got another one to crack on. I know the time's trotting on.
It is, and I'm just topping this, and I'm just going to stick with this all night, That's like another.
That was Silent Night, which is the limited edition IPA brew from the guys at Firebrand Brewing Company. So thank you very much for that. Thoroughly enjoyed that. That's the third beer of theirs that I've had in this Advent season. So now I'm moving on. This is what I think of when I think of a Christmas beer. Winter Warmer Ale.
Oh, yes.
Yes. What does that say? It's just a winter warmer.
And it looks like they're at a campfire, like mine, on the artwork.
It's weird. On the bottle, it says, bottle top, it says, taste tested by customers.
Oh, God. So before they bottled it up, they had a swig? Or the customers had a swig?
Maybe. Oh, I suppose they're saying that other customers have tasted it and they've enjoyed it. So forgive my ignorance, but I am in my son's bedroom, so I'm just going to pour it straight on top of the other beer.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't any in there, but I'm not rinsing this glass. Oh, look at that. It's a bit darker, isn't it?
It is very dark. Well, not very.
It's a rail.
But can we see that?
I tell you, when I was up in Birmingham, and usually I would have posted them all, but because of the Advent calendar, we haven't posted any other beers we've been drinking.
No.
But this year I've had the most Christmas ales out in a pub that I've ever had.
Oh, there's a couple of ton.
Hey, do you know what? Look, this is incredible. I didn't even read this. This is from Eagle Brewery, and I've mentioned them before in another beer I've had.
I remember that, yeah.
So this is with Challenger hops, and this is brewed in Bedfordshire, England.
Up the wooden hill to Bedford.
I was up the wooden staircase.
Oh, is that what they used? Yeah. My granddad said the hill, up the wooden hill.
Up the wooden hill, you're right. But that, ladies and gentlemen, DrayBearrels is where I was born.
That's where he comes from. I never knew that. What the heck? I thought your lights had gone out for a minute. What is that?
It's pretty cool effect, isn't it? That effect there.
It feels like Halloween. Look at that face.
Yeah, I don't like that. Hang on, no, I don't like. We've already said I don't like making it mean at Christmas. But no, so this is Bedfordshire. I was born in Bedfordshire, a town called Luton. I was only ever there for 6 months before my family moved to Essex, which basically neighbours it. And that's why I got an Essex outfit, an Essex accent rather than an Indian one. So
he's not. No.
Right.
No. He's still
hey, I told you what happened last week, didn't I? And I was down in Cornwall.
No.
I asked this guy. I can't remember. I said, I asked this guy for directions, and this other guy goes, and he didn't tell you. And I went, no. And he went, you're in Indian country now.
There'd be Indians out there. God.
Right, so hang on, I don't think I mentioned the percentage of my Silent Night beer because I've just thought about this one. So
Right.
Oh, it was a 6.5, that Silent Night. This Winter Warmer Ale is a 5.3.
Okay.
And really, it's just a very light tasting ale compared to the Silent Night, which was full of really strong, punchy flavour. This isn't as flavoursome, but I don't mind drinking stuff like this.
No.
I don't mind it.
And I can we see the can again, please?
The bottle, yeah. So there's your winter. You're right. They all sat around a fire.
Okay, so that kind of similar to mine. It's a fireplace type of thing, you know?
Let's have a little look. I'm gonna have to shine the torch on because it's dark this end. So I assume that they're warming themselves by the fire rather than playing a game of Scouts Stodgy Biscuit. But yeah, it must be just warming themselves, hopefully.
I hope so. Well, one would like
Yeah.
to think, wouldn't one?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
Time placed. That's not it.
No. So, and the brewery was called, did you say?
Eagle Brewery. I've mentioned
Eagle
them
Brewery.
before.
Yeah, you've done them
and
before.
seem to remember they've changed their name, but I have reviewed a beer of theirs before, and I think maybe was that the banana beer?
You're right.
I think that was
because it used to be Wells Brewing, but they got bought out by Eagle Brewing. Yeah, that's right. And
correct Monday.
And if the DrayBearrels are observant, I had one the following week, you know, because it is a global beer. So that's cool.
At least someone listens to this drivel, even if it is one of us.
Somebody does. And apparently I was at my good wife's Christmas party last week. It's the first Christmas party. Oh, I love a Christmas party. I don't know if you have one, Governor.
No, I have one.
It was wonderful. It was in San Antonio Zoo, and they had a little restauranty place at the back of the zoo set aside for us, and very festive Christmas songs and such. And they had animals on display that we could go and see. But before we went to it, the upper echelons of the company met up at a little place called the Growler Exchange. At the coach was there.
A little aside there.
Yeah.
The upper echelons, the top, do they have the best teeth in the company?
Oh, for sure. I think if you met any in there, yeah. And
on a par with Simon Cowell.
How would you judge that? Because every American I meet, for the most part, has wonderful teeth.
Yeah, but are they on the Simon Cowell, luminous teeth? Or are they on the Ryland Clark?
I would say
more teeth in your mouth, like
double it's probably a combination of both, because some of those guys, and I'm talking about 4 or 5 guys here at this little exclusive get together before the main party. I came along because of the coach is part of those upper echelons, and so is my good wife. So it's like
lovely teeth he has.
But it was, yeah, you saw his teeth. And the owner of the company himself had, I would say his are more luminescent, like Simon Cowell, and especially his car is very luminescent. Bloody hell! I wonder what that costs. But anyway, but yeah, kind of harkening back to what I was saying, he said to me that the top dollar guy in the company said to me, because the coach was talking about our podcast and how good it is and how interesting and different, and he said to me, "Oh, okay. Doesn't every single person have a podcast these days?" And I was like,
I just forward on his number.
I will. But yeah, that kind of happens.
He'll be shitting his teeth out next week.
He'll never listen. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, it was fun. It was jovial and it was interesting and different. And they try and do a different place every year. And apparently what they're trying to source next year is a brewery for the Christmas party. So that should be fun.
What did you say to him let's get back to this chap. So when he said to you,
I look like an elf,
doesn't everyone have a podcast this year? What did you say to him?
These days. I didn't say anything. I was like, I heard him and then I carried on talking to the coach.
So you should have said, you might have lovely teeth, but you've got really bad breath. Because he just go around like that, doing that secret thing where you go,
does that work? I was always curious if it works or not, because when I do it to myself, I'm like, I can't smell shit. And maybe that's because my breath is so good.
Yeah, exactly. You've got beautiful breath, lovely eyes, beautiful breath.
There you go.
All dead, but you can't have it all. You got little elf ears at the minute.
Well, that's what I said. I could do, I thought I'm rather, if it was just red or like this, elfish.
If I can get that. Fucking hell, I look like Pob. I look like fucking Pob.
There he is. Oh, Pob himself.
That was fucked up, Pob, wasn't it?
What the heck was that? Because I used to watch it on S4C when I was a kid, which was the Welsh channel, but I don't know what it was about. And I swear we used to have a guy in school with us and we used to call him Pob because he just looked exactly like him. All right, Pob. And he was the
I love a bit of Pob.
Oh, wow. Hashtag Pob. Don't forget that. But man, that takes me back.
I wonder what Pob's up to now because I haven't seen him on telly for a bit.
Did you guys watch the or maybe you sent it to me? It was brilliant. It was the Puppets Children in Need, right? And Blobby. Oh, Blobby was brilliant at the end. Well, no, he wasn't brilliant because he just destroys everything, but he had to get into the recording, right? Closed doors. But I didn't see Pob.
No.
I saw they had Zig and Zag. They had
Pob. Do you reckon Pob's with old Bungle, Jeffrey and Zippy and that?
Well, they were in that video.
They're like in a retirement home for puppets.
I would probably say, and it's probably because they were the upper echelons. We're talking about upper echelons a lot today, but they're the upper echelons of puppet world. So they're probably in a lovely, I don't know, down in Dorset.
Gordon, probably with Gordon and Ed.
Gordon and Ed the Duck, and Phil Schofield won't be there, but he's still working. But they're probably down in Dorset somewhere, right? On the coast. Yeah. Somewhere nice.
Maybe with I think that Sooty is there, and then like Sweep would be there causing a bit of mischief. But Sue would be after him.
I don't think they'd allow Sweep in because he's too chaotic again. Like Mr. Blobby, he'd never even get a look in, would he? Because he'd destroy the place. But
unruly chap in.
Yeah, unruly. Anyway, we're veer off. So this is all.
This is a nice winter warmer.
Are you going to review your beers? I don't think we're not doing a drag this week, are we?
No, not a drag. Can't have a drag at Christmas.
And we have a Dray. Maybe we should have a Dray. What we love about Christmas to get towards the end.
I like that. Well, let me have this. Okay, I'm going to go with a Silent Night. I've enjoyed that. I'll go in with an 8 on that.
8.
I'll go with an 8 on that. And this one, a winter warmer, it's maybe the wrong word, but more of a budget ale. But yeah, I'll go in with a 7 on that because I didn't expect it to be more.
No,
it's not horrible. It's pleasant to drink, but
it's enjoyable.
It hasn't blown me socks off. Me baubles.
And I know you've had that light stout you did was a bloody hell in your advent. That was a high ranker, wasn't it? What was that 9 or 9.5 or something like that? You did. I was like, whoa.
What, the 0% one?
No. It was the light stout. It was like a white stout almost.
Sorry, the golden stout, the white stout.
Yes.
Unbelievable drink. I never even knew there was something called a white stout before, but it was golden in colour. But it was
phenomenal.
It was a treat for the eyes and all the senses. Lovely drink, that.
Christmas. We got a few more to come. This one was just fantastic. I love this box. I'm going to keep this. My wife's going to buy it. Oh, more tat. All right. Throw it out, but I'm going to hide it. I would probably say this has been a very good stout. It's been strong, but you can't really taste the strongness to it. So it's kind of smooth, and tasty. And I'm going to go in with an 8.5 for this.
Oh, fair play to you, Martin House. Lovely. Never a bad beer from those fellas.
Well,
lasses at Martin House. Unless it involves pickles.
It's almost like your name, their name. It must have some connotation to quality, perhaps. I think. Martin, yeah, I know. But anyway, I want to just we'll round off this wonderful Christmas podcast with just a little, because we're getting on for time. Just give us a little a Christmas Dray, if you will. What do you love most about Christmas, or what appeals to you? I think that's probably a good thing.
I like everything about Christmas. I've always been a fan of Christmas music. I love Christmas hymns. I like traditional hymns. I like everyone getting together. I like the anticipation of Christmas. I think that as you get older, you realise that it's the build-up that is the best thing of all, not the actual day.
Yeah.
I like all of it. I like everyone's excited. It's because it's like when it's someone's birthday, the person whose birthday it is, especially if they're younger, we're talking about children, they're looking forward to it. And then if you've got other children, they're sort of looking forward to it too, because it's, a birthday coming up. But when it's Christmas, everyone is looking forward to something for whatever reason that is. Kids are looking forward to see if Father Christmas comes. Mums and dads are looking forward, hoping that Father Christmas comes.
Yeah.
And you know that everyone's happy, people put lights up, it's a good time of year. I don't understand it when people say they don't like Christmas, and I do get that people may have had tragedy in the past associated with Christmas. I get things like that, but when people say, oh, they hate Christmas, it's tacky and all this, I ain't got time for them.
No.
Because I love Christmas. Me and my wife loves it as well. I know you do.
Yeah.
And it is a wonderful time of year because everyone is looking forward to it, which makes it like it makes the anticipation better, because every family celebrates it differently, but that's how it's good for them. So that's what I like.
I think I'm just gonna. I can't really add much to that than, and I probably echo you in a way, but it is, and this year's been kind of hard because I know my wife and my son love Christmas, and we haven't done the Christmas traditions of getting the tree up because we are moving. So I may even, before Christmas, if we get in, I'll just shove the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve, and it'll be
just to interrupt, we've had a very small Christmas tree downstairs. The kids all have, this is my son's Christmas tree, but they've all got Christmas trees in their bedrooms, small ones. But we have bought a proper pine needle, a proper tree. We've bought a proper tree.
I saw your photos.
Yeah, which is in the netting.
Yeah.
And as soon as they've done their bits downstairs, then that'll be unleashed and we'll decorate that on Christmas Eve.
There you go.
In fact, they've already decorated one tree and decorated. Like, people come to our house and they say, oh, I like your decorations, but they don't realize that we've put up a temporary display.
Yeah.
Usually Santa pops around for fucking ideas from my wife, because usually it's like a fucking grotto. So I'm hoping that the builders get done so we can get it really spruced up. I love everything about Christmas.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Christmas is great. Hey, and anyway, on this note, DrayBearrels, we will bid you an absolutely happy and wonderful and festive Merry Christmas.
We will do.
A Happy New Year. We will see you for the New Year special next week. And Merry Christmas and enjoy the beer.
Merry Christmas to one and all. Thanks for your support.
We love you all.
Ta-ta. Have a happy day.
Merry Christmas.